Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. So this one's kind of interesting. A red flag that is often overlooked. Butterflies in the stomach. Why is that a bad thing? Feels good to get those butterflies, to be excited when you're around your person, but it's actually a red flag. And this is why, because when you meet somebody who's meant to be with you, you should have a calmness, a comfort, a safe feeling. But when you get those adrenaline rushes, it causes the butterflies. You start to get flush. Your heart might be pounding. That's another red flag because you shouldn't be nervous around the other person um, or craving the anticipatory response because it sets off chemical changes in your brain. So when you're around your person, you're either nervous or excited. Um, and it's a red flag because it sounds weird. Uh, but it's like a drug that that you feel good around your person. You're getting those little bouts of adrenaline rushes, and you start to crave them. So when you're without your person, or if things start to go wrong, that you feel unsettled, and the more you get those adrenaline rushes, the more you're going to crave it. So sometimes we think, that everything will be okay, but it's just like some people who try drugs. It'll be okay. It's just a hit, or I know how to control it, or it's in moderation, but it becomes addictive over time. And it changes how we react. Um, so like with the new supply, they seem so happy. Are they getting the butterflies? Are they overlooking this red flag? Because it's a certain dynamic that leads to toxicity, just like different drug mixes. Certain are healthy, certain are unhealthy, but it changes your brain chemistry, your body chemistry, and it starts to throw things off kilter. So we think like butterflies, he must be the one or she must be the one. It's so exciting to be around them. It's okay to be excited to see someone, but it's almost like if you get that excited that your body reacts like that, because it's okay to get excited. I get excited to see my grandkids, but I don't get butterflies. And the butterflies are our body saying that it's like a warning sign that we want something that we don't think is achievable possibly. So maybe it's like a self-esteem thing, which is kind of peaking out, or we feel that we have to put a different persona out as well. And it can be minute, but we think we're going with the flow. But when you start getting anxious, that's another red flag that you're not with the right person or in a safe spot with this person to where you can't communicate the right way. With these narcissists, they cause that Stockholm syndrome, a trauma bond where you love your abuser. And we feel, as humans, we can feel energy from other people. And I just heard of this today. I never would have thought it was a red flag, but the more I think about it, the more it's true. It is true because you should feel excited, just like I feel excited to see my grandkids. But when you get those butterflies, something's not right. Whether, like I said, if it's something with our esteem, like, am I pretty enough? Like, this guy's gorgeous. I'm so excited to be with this person. And you get the butterflies. It's like a hint that something's off. And it's not necessarily a self-esteem issue. It could be something else, but it's changing our brain chemistry to where we're going to crave it more. We're going to want this hit more. And the narcissist loves to take things back from us because they're craving attention too. It's not a comfortable two-way street. It's a signal that something is off. And, you know, the adrenaline rushes can be exciting, like going down a roller coaster or bungee jumping or whatever it is, jet skiing, whatever. But when you're in a heightened state of adrenaline rushes for too long, it's toxic. It is very damaging to the brain. And then you're going to start to feel a different way. So there are so many red flags, you know, the cheating and the lying and coming home late, little things like that. There are red flags. Dismissive, you know, how they manipulate, they break plans, they don't communicate things, take you for granted, don't apologize, or if the apology comes forth, it's without changing the actions. But butterflies in the stomach. I'd like you guys to comment below with your person. Did you get the butterflies? I did with both of mine. And I believe the only two that I've ever had those butterflies with. I haven't dated that much because those are some pretty long bullshit relationships where I still feel the relationship wasn't even there, even though I was in them. But did you feel the butterflies? And do you agree that this could possibly be a red flag to where you're too anxious to be with this person? So you're going to react to things where you want it so much you don't want to lose it, as opposed to I have it, this is beautiful. It's different, because if you want it so much you don't want to lose it, you're going to try too much and then it's going to be taken advantage of. We have to match energies in whatever relationship we're in. Don't overinvest. I saw another thing today where it says we have to invest basically based on the investment we get in us. Because when we're over investing, it's being taken for granted. We do it, we invest in things that we like. We like that person. So we are investing in these people that we like, when we should be investing in people who like us. Because we're willing to give, but if they're not giving anything back or very little. So it's a struggle, because you get caught up in that love bombing to where you're like, this is great, let's keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And then, you know, male, female, traditionally, you know, so we're like, oh, cool, I can call him now. And then it throws the balance off, because the narcissist has their problems. We know they have their problems. I've never heard of butterflies on the stomach being a red flag, but I think it could be. I think it could be. It makes sense when you think about the brain chemistry, the reason for the butterflies. You know, if it was pheromones or even their attractiveness, things, it would be a sexual response, as opposed to like butterflies in the stomach. So I hope that makes sense. But you know, with the chemistry, things like that, it shouldn't be butterflies. I'd like to hear what you guys think about that, because it's like a drug with the narcissist, and that's how they get us. It's part of the grooming. We're already accepting it. Our body is craving it now. And narcissistic relationships are so weird. But even with a healthy person, if you get butterflies around that person, you're going to react different. You're going to act different. You're going to be a little more nervous or a little more hyper vigilant on, you're like, okay. And so then you're not yourself. Even in the most minute ways. So tell me your thoughts on that. I thought it was really interesting. Some other red flags to watch out for is consistency. Is your person consistent? Are they there for you? Do they listen? Narcissists are not good listeners. Sometimes we think they are because they'll listen, but they don't take it in. They don't remember it, or they'll twist it around. Red flags of blame shifting, word salad, where it's all about them, double standards, cheating, lying, the silent treatment, the ghosting, the rages. There are a lot of red flags, but some are subtle. Some are subtle and some we can't see. Where, let's say they're polite enough to call. A lot of times they won't. Oh, another red flag is always just showing up instead of asking you on a proper date. And society is changing. Society is making us more narcissistic to where without proper manners, people are just taking things, showing up. It's an entitled society where nobody's respecting anybody's boundaries. Some boundaries should be unspoken. But when we're raising our children without knowing, you should knock first. You shouldn't just go in. It's a whole different world now. And narcissists are raising narcissists. Or grandiose ones are, encouraging their kids, expecting their kids to do things that they can't do or things that the kid doesn't want to do. And they're getting frustrated. So the other parent might overcompensate. That kid's going to turn into a narcissist, most likely. It's becoming a toxic society. And now that you're free, hopefully, from your narcissist, pay attention to the way your body reacts. Pay attention. You shouldn't have the butterflies. The sexual response, girls get wet, guys get hard. That I haven't really thought of yet. But I know the butterflies in the stomach or the heart pounding. Just being around your person. That's anxiety. That's anxiety. You're anxious around that person. It's not a comfortable person to you. And we miss that. I just thought it was a really interesting comment that I came across. And I kind of believe it. Tell me your thoughts. One-on-ones are available. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.